Well, okay, guys. If you're wondering, the r71 airsoft gun, the scope on it is like not see-through. Well, it is, but there's like bars in the way of this, like right here. They're through the here, like they're in the middle. But you could take those out, okay? Like what you would do is you would take like a knife or something and just like shimmy this off, and it's glued on at the bottom here. And take the other end and do the same thing. And then you have these little things right here. You would just stick like a knife or something in here and just pry it out. And the same thing with the other side. You got to be careful. Now, there's like scope rails that are on the side here. There's screws here. You would take those off. And then over here you would take these off. And then once you have these off, there's another set of screws that are on like this side. You would take those out, and then like of course you would take this thing off. That's right here. And you would pull this apart, which is not very hard after you have both of these off and these two. And then there's a part where you could stick like a screwdriver in, and you could just break them off. Like they're probably like on the left side of the scope when you have it on the gun. And then on the right side you could just break them off with your finger. Then you put it back together, it's like this, and you can see through the whole thing, and you could put like a little red dot in front of there or something like that. And also I made a thing on here, this little slide here. Like if you take this top part off here, you can pull, like there's a piece that you can pull back, and when you pull all the way back, you just like measure it and you cut a piece out. It's like split, but you can cut it. Like you measure it far back, and then like see it like stays up, and it stays up like this, and then you just like hit it down, and it goes like that. Like when the guy smacks it in the game or something. And now for the sight, it really like you really can't aim because it's like all oval around. But if you guys can see or something. Probably about like right there. You see where I have this divot here? You just take like an ordinary knife and just cut on an angle until you can like see like that there's an angle, and you could see the flat part that's right here. And then you can aim with it and shit like that, It's pretty cool. And the silencer, it like doesn't stay on that good. Like in some guns it tilts to the side, so just like stick a piece of paper or something on the right side and just screw it on, and it'll be fine. And I don't recommend painting this unless you want to keep it like that, because it's a bitch to get the paint off, especially like if you use paint that like sticks to the plastic. Like I used red, I did Red Tiger, and it didn't work out so good because I had to use actual gasoline to get the paint off, and it left like white ashy marks. Yeah, and that's not good. So back to the scope. As you can see, you could like see through it, if I'm not holding it correctly. See right there, you can see through the whole thing. Then you could put a red dot like right here or something where you can aim through it. And like I recommend not filling the whole thing up with BBs. Like just fill it to like the bottom part that you see inside there. It's pretty deep, it'll hold a lot. But, like try not to break this and shit like that. Well, that's all.